Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tristan, the digital storyteller, and I'm excited that you're joining me for another sort of vlog episode. I haven't vlogged in a long time, and I know that this looks like my normal setup, which it is, but I wanted to actually break down a shoot that I just did because, man, I've been really enjoying shooting with the A7 IV. I'm learning so much new stuff about it. It's becoming one of the workhorses, or the workhorses of my business. And there's just so many different ways that you can use this camera. And actually, just the other day, I did a shoot with my friend Brandii. She actually does weightlifting and bodybuilding and training and things of that nature. And she has a home gym. And I was just like, yo, I just want to shoot something. I want to be creative. So I jumped into her studio and started to test the A7 IV as well as compare it to the Mark III. So I decided to make this video just to share some of my thoughts and my approach to this shoot. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't help you. We'll see. But I'm going to be doing this in a little bit of a vlog way. So if I'm going to do a vlog, that means I got to move the camera around a bit. So let me do this here. Get this out of here. Just in my studio, y'all. It's a little messy right now. If you see back here, my wife's workstation, she's really messy, just saying. All right, so let's talk about this shoot. I mean, what can I say? You know, when I'm trying to create different shoots, I really want to stretch myself as a creative. I want to tell different stories. I want to work with different artists and different creatives. So when I met up with Brandii, she has a very eclectic, slightly cluttered gym area, as you can see. And there wasn't a lot of room to be able to like do a whole bunch of elaborate lighting. There was only myself. I wasn't able to have an assistant on the day. And I just had to kind of focus in on how can I take the window and the natural light that's coming from the small window that's in the space and kind of amplify that. So I took up my Godox 150 and I decided to kind of put it right by the window and then hang my C-stand in front of it with a little diffusion cloth. And that just gave a little more of an oomph in terms of the lighting brightness coming from the window. And that worked out really well. That gave me sort of the kick that I needed in her eyes. As you can see with some of this footage I'm showing you, there's a nice catch light, so she looks alive, but it also illuminated all of the areas that we needed to illuminate on her body, on her face, and on the equipment. So the gear I was using for this shoot was the A7 IV and the A7 III, and I was switching between the Sony 24-105 f4 lens and the G Series 85 or G Master 85 1.4, just because I wanted to use native lenses that would not impede the autofocusing for both video and photography. So I was using those, and I was really trying to use both the A7 III and the A7 IV to compare my notes in terms of photography, photo, and video. So we moved from sort of the stretching exercises and kind of her sitting down on the bench press to moving over to her her deadlifts. And the deadlifts are really kind of cool. It was a different setup, and what I was trying to do was I was trying to really shoot through things, so we got that kind of documentary style, which is always kind of cool. The one thing I noticed, the big difference that I noticed between the A7 Mark III and the Mark IV is the noise threshold. Like the Mark III is noticeably more noisier. And that, I think, has to go back to the codec, the strength of the codec, or in this case, the weakness of the codec, as well as the 8-bit codec or 4.0 codec, which really doesn't give you much flexibility at all in terms of color correction, especially when you're shooting log. It's decent, but now that you have the 10-bit with the A7 Mark IV, it makes a big difference in terms of color correction, as you can see here. The other thing I noticed right away as well is that there was a lot more hunting in terms of video autofocus for the A7 Mark III versus the Mark IV. The Mark IV just locked on to the eye really well, even when I was close up, even when I was in shallow, really wide open depth of field or f-stops with the 85. It just found focus a lot quicker than the A7 Mark III. And that's just something that, I mean, is expected with a camera that is this new. And being able to shoot everything in handheld capabilities really was valuable to me. It allowed me to just be really nimble and focused on story and not necessarily focused on things and all these other stuff. And normally I'm not like that. Normally I like having steady, rock solid footage, but honestly, between the IBIS that's built into the Mark IV and the image stabilizing that's in the 24 to 105, I was really confident, even when I was shooting handheld, that I was getting some really great clips. Whether you're shooting with the Mark IV, the Mark III, the A7S Mark III, the whatever camera it is, you always want to be able to do some of these test shoots just so that you have a good sense of the camera's abilities, limitations, as well as ultimate powers, right? And I think walking away from this shoot with Brandii, one of the things I realized is that the Mark IV is a much more powerful camera than I even thought. I really like it. I really like shooting with it. I feel like it's super reliable. It's a tool that I could probably bring on commercial shoots as well, which I didn't think was going to happen. I thought that it was going to be one of those sort of cameras that, you know, I could use for weddings and use for, like, you know, some photo shoots and stuff like that. But like, for it to be this wildly versatile is actually super surprising to me, and I think is something that I'm really happy about. I'm glad that I made the upgrade and I switched, or I upgraded from the Mark III to Mark IV. So I know you guys want to check out what the video looks like, so I put together a little sizzle reel of the clips that I shot with Brandii, and you let me know what you think about it below. Now that you saw that, I would love to know what you think. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think that the codec held up? Do you think that the Mark IV is worth the money? What are your thoughts? What are your experiences with the Mark IV? Did you pick up one right away? Were you one of the lucky people to get them because now they're back ordered again? I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. You know, this is just a free-for-all vlog. Just want to talk to you guys about something different, do something different in terms of the video. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this where I kind of break down some of my shoots and some of the things I've been doing. So until the next time, stay creative, stay blessed, and stay focused. Peace.